Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and perpetual renters, and welcome to The Struggle, a news talk show powered by Hungover Millennials. I'm Amber Schultz. Tonight's topics include the hangover pill, housing crisis, and unrealistic beauty expectations for buildings. The median house price in Melbourne has topped $800,000, meaning all millennials have to do to afford a home is sell a lung, a liver, a kidney, and 1,233 litres of blood. And that's not a ballpark figure, by the way. That's using the black market values for various body parts. The housing crisis has served as fuel for the ongoing war between millennials and baby boomers. The generational divide has turned into political rivalry as both sides compete for limited tax dollars. Studies show millennials seek government help as automation takes hold, and boomers insist on promised levels of Social Security and Medicare. To put that more simply, millennials think we deserve homes, despite only ever working part-time at Macca's, and baby boomers think they deserve more Medicare, despite already living way too long. In conclusion, everyone's an asshole. A SurveyMonkey poll found that 51% of millennials blame boomers for making things worse for their generation. Just 13% said boomers had improved things. One thing millennials can be blamed for, however, is the rising cost of avocados. Australia has fallen into an avocado depression, with many cafes struggling to keep up with the nation's obsession. Queensland cafes in particular are having to pay upwards of $90 for a tray, double the price of what they had been paying previously. Many are speculating that the good old smashed avo may soon become a treat only to those who make six figures. We cross now to our housing affordability correspondent reporting from Melbourne's first Smashed Avocado Festival.
Avocados. As we all know, they are a luxury. A luxury that millennials are willing to purchase with their home loans. Today, I spoke to some of the biggest fans of this delicacy about the avocado epidemic and consequential housing affordability crisis.
Housing correspondent, perpetual renter, reporting from Melbourne's most extravagant display of wealth, the Smashed Avocado Festival. Melbourne's wealthiest millennials have flocked here under the pretense of free guacamole. Not just avocados that are smashed today.
What else?
Do you own a home?
No.
Definitely not.
Hell no.
So, do you spend your money on other things like maybe avocados?
Yeah, lots of avocados.
Loads of avocados.
Yeah.
Jesus, avocados. All the way.
We're not able to afford a house deposit, so may as well, make the most of what avocado can bring us, Yeah.
Attendees of the Smashed Avocado Festival are getting a lesson on how to make smashed avocado. A ticket to this class costs about the same as a unit at Monash University.
And cafe owners definitely aren't complaining about millennials' devotion to avocados.
So do you think you're the cause of the housing crisis?
Absolutely we are the cause, but it's a very great cause, keeps everyone happy and well fed.
Tickets for $33 and it's not even fucking toast.
For those who don't want to give up avocados, Melbourne millennials looking for affordable property do have another option, moving to Geelong. The city is known for its media personality, former Mayor Darren Lyons, scoring its first ever digital billboard just 3 years ago, and having low unemployment and affordable housing. Wait, what? Apparently that's right. Youth unemployment fell by 31% between 2014 and 2016. The median house price in the city of Greater Geelong is almost half that of Melbourne.
Fuck this shit. I'm moving to Geelong.
Oh, intern, you're not going anywhere. Geelong has scored regional Victoria's highest property win, with buyers snapping up nearly 5,000 homes in 2017. That's right, nearly 5,000 families came to the chilling realisation that their housing options were Geelong, an ice injecting room in Richmond, or a tram. For those who don't want to leave the world's most livable city, there is a solution: living in old trams from the 1920s. 134 historic W-class trams are up for grabs, costing anywhere from nothing to $1,000. VicTrack reports converting the tram into a shelter would cost between $30,000 and $80,000, making it the cheapest shelter on the market, which I still can't afford. We cross now to our hipster barista correspondent on the case to check out the tram.
Atticus Pennyworth Sunflower III here to weigh up the pros and cons of living in a historic carriage. First off, I'd like to say I ethically object to the needless slaughter of these historic trams. The pros of living in a tram is that you are rejecting the Western concept of comfort and instead finding comfort in who you really are as a person. The main con is that in the winter it gets really fucking cold. But personally, this lifestyle brings back many happy memories for me. Sleeping on the floor of a tram after a night out reminds me of my days as an art student.
Last week, the Royal Society of Victoria announced plans to build Australia's tallest building in what is being referred to as the world's most expensive dick comparing competition. The building, which is proposed to sit at the intersection of La Trobe and Victoria Street, will be just 7.5 metres taller than Australia's current tallest building, the Gold Coast Q1. Much like Slender Man or Barbie, the building will be tall at 330 metres, yet skinny, stretching just 12 metres wide, or half the size of a tennis court. Other architects have criticised the plans, calling it unrealistic beauty standards for buildings. The architect has yet to be informed that girth is just as important as length. Melburnians may soon have a new housing option featuring the slimness of the slender building, transport aspect of the tram carriage, and lack of atmosphere like Geelong, moving to the moon. The federal government has announced $41 million of funding to kickstart the Australian space sector over the next 4 years to get the fuck away from Earth. The government is rumoured to have allocated this funding to escape the whole Yanni Laurel debate.
Laurel.
Here's the answer. It doesn't fucking matter, and neither of those are names you should give your children. This seed funding was originally rumoured to be around $50 million, but had to be reduced thanks to politician toll, parking and traffic infringements. The funding will go towards establishing the National Space Agency, to international space investment, and providing grants to small businesses. As one user on Twitter pointing out, funding will not go towards launching things into space. In comparison, NASA's 2016 budget was nearly $20 billion. If this were a dick measuring competition, we wouldn't even make it to the table. We'd like to give you a break from housing options and take a moment to help you cope with the royal wedding. I know, you're sick to death of hearing about it. Which is why we turned Bishop Michael Curry's sermon into a drinking game. Here's how to play. Take a shot every time Curry says love or an esteemed guest looks disapproving. And here are our writers to give a demonstration.
Love, 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 love is the only way. Love, 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 true love, 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 love. Love, 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 love yourself. Love that love. Love, tell the love of Jesus. Love it. Love, love, love. Love is the way. When love is the way. When love is the way. When love is the way. Love, 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 when love, when love, when love is the way. Love is the way. Love is the way. Of love, of love, of love.
While I'd rather marry for money, Curry does make a compelling argument for love, 63 times during a 14-minute sermon. Luckily for our poor writers, a hangover pill is in the stages of development. Experts of chemical engineering, liver disease and getting plastered on the weekend have begun development on a hangover pill. The pill contains 3 natural enzymes which convert alcohol into harmless molecules, or in simple terms, the equivalent of 2 blue Powerades, 5 Baroccas and a cold shower. Current treatments for the 150,000 yearly alcohol-induced hospitalisations rely on the body's own enzymes to break down liquor. In trials with mice, the pill decreased blood alcohol by 45% more than mice who didn't get the pill. Mice who received the pill woke up faster and had reduced concentrations of a carcinogenic compound which causes headaches, vomiting and blushing. Mice who did not receive the pill woke up with dicks drawn on their foreheads. Mojo TV asked Monash University students what they thought of the pill.
I wouldn't.
No.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, I would try it.
Imagine drinking every other day and not having a hangover, getting to finish your assignments without the after effects of alcohol.
I mean, I'll probably just take it to try it, like see if it actually changes anything, but yeah, I wouldn't take it. I wouldn't use it every time I drink.
Okay. Yeah, sure, why not? Seems like a pretty win-win situation, unless it's prohibitively expensive.
That's our show. Thank you so much for watching. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter and tell us how many avocados you have in the bank. Join us next time for Brisbane's Mystery Pooper. I'm Amber Schultz. Goodbye from everyone here at The Struggle. It's real.